Need some coins or MT for that God Squad you've always wanted? For fast and cheap currency, make sure to check out MMOEXP.com and use code ZIRK for 5% off your order.
The whole thing wobbin', wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
What's going on, guys? It's Zirksee coming at you today with another Madden Ultimate Team video, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about my final thoughts on the Madden 23 gameplay. Now this, of course, is between me playing Ultimate Team and also me playing just the regular head-to-head during the beta. There are still a couple days probably left on the beta by the time this video goes live, but I'm actually currently on vacation right now, I believe, when this video does go live, and I probably won't have a chance to play Madden 23 in the beta again, unfortunately. So here are my final thoughts on the gameplay and everything, and of course, in the background is just Madden 22. I'm not allowed to record anything from the Madden 23 beta. Now, I do want to give a shout out to Landon for being a part of the Nota Gang. If you guys want a chance to be shouted out in the next video, drop a like in the vid, make sure you guys are subbed to the channel, turn the notification bell on, and comment down below, Nota Gang. Now, also, guys, if you want to check out Underdog Fantasy, you can use code ZIRK to match first deposit up to $200 and follow me over on Twitter for my picks. And of course, I am running those private season-long NFL fantasy drafts, so if you guys are getting on those, follow me on Twitter. So let's go over this. I have a couple of key points that I want to talk about when it comes to the Madden 23 beta gameplay, and just keep in mind that, of course, right, all this is subject to change. Like, they could adjust literally anything from the beta. They just kind of want to see our feedback, and I will, of course, be leaving a feedback post in the forums as well. If you guys have played the Madden 23 beta, please use the forums to leave your feedback. That's what you should do. So let's talk about a couple things, starting off with, I think, the most controversial, potentially, kind of aspect of the game right now, which is pass rush. Now, pass rush is really, really good. There's not really a need for QB contains, to be honest with you, because you just set the edge so quick. Now, if you've played Madden Ultimate Team, at least with the team that I got and all the teams that I faced, I believe everybody just has Tom Brady and also Dak Prescott available QB. Now, in the beta, and again, the ratings are not final at all. Like, the MUT ratings, don't even pay attention to them at all. But in the beta, I believe that Dak has 76 or 77 speed, I want to say, off the top of my head. I want to say it's like 76 or 77, and you can definitely tell it's not fast at all, right? Obviously, Escape Artist is no longer a regular ability. It is now an X Factor, but it is kind of hard to get because it's hard to get those long runs with your QBs to even get Escape Artist activated. I never was even able to in the beta. Now, that also could be because, you know, Dak only had 77 speed, and it was very, very hard to run. If you take a look at the speed difference between him and Tom Brady, there wasn't much of a difference. But again, in the beta, we just had two kind of slower QBs. There were no like 90+ speed and Ultimate Team quarterbacks to use. And even if you play in the head-to-head and you use someone like Kyler or Lamar Jackson, whatever, you could still tell it's not going to be the same as Madden 22. The fast QBs, they're still fast, but it's still hard to escape the pass rush. I know a lot of people are saying that it's good. A lot of people are saying that maybe it needs to be nerfed. I will just say this. With a mix of how well the deep zones kind of play, and we're going to get into the zone coverage here in a moment, and in terms of pass rush, when you kind of stack those two, if you get to like 3rd and 20, it's really tough. I mean, it is really, really tough because you have to have time in the pocket for your wide receivers to get down the field, but deep zones play really well. And in general, I feel like zones play really, really well, that it is kind of tough. So to me, I like it, but I would not be surprised at all if the pass rush got tuned down slightly for when Madden 23 official releases. I would not be shocked. I don't think it would be the wrong move to do because it's pretty crazy. I mean, they set the edge very, very good, and you do get pressure a lot. Even when you're coming out and you're blocking, I've seen people that'll do like 3-man pass rush and bring their user down towards, you know, the center there and just kind of bluff blitz, and the 3-man pass rush becomes even easier. So it's a little bit crazy. Now, on to the other part I was just talking about with the zones. I feel like these zones are, I wouldn't say OP, but they just play it really well. Like, if you have a flat out there, they are going to play that flat very, very good. If you have a hook and someone runs a curl route and you think that maybe you can precision pass it in away from that hook, Odds are you can't. I've tried it a couple times, and that hook, they play it, and they will jump out there and get the swat or get the interception. Deep zones, especially, I noticed this, if you try to throw like deep down the seams to the middle, yeah, those safeties just hovering right there in the middle, they will come down and make a play on that. And also thrown to the sidelines, safeties will get there. And in general, I do find that throwing down the seams, especially to your tight end, if you thought that you could do it in like Madden 22 and throw down the seams, if your opponent maybe had a hook there and you could just direction to the outside, whatever, yeah, odds are you can't. So zones play really good. I don't necessarily think they need to be adjusted in my personal opinion. I think they should play good. Now, kind of to counteract zones though, here is what you can do on offense, and that is precision passing. Now, with precision passing, it allows you to exactly pinpoint where you want the ball, and I will say that I feel like you could mostly notice this when you do routes like comebacks or out routes or even in routes, and you can kind of direction the ball down and allow your receiver to kind of cut off the DB that's behind them. And I feel like precision passing is going to be the biggest skill gap in the game. The people that will learn how to actually use it, and the people that will, you know, not pay too much attention to it or take advantage of the new mechanic are going to fall behind. And I feel like that is what you really need to do, is really learn how to use the precision passing in the game. And personally, I love it. Like I said, comeback routes, out routes, in routes, whatever, fades. I'm still trying to kind of figure out exactly how to use it on fades there, but you can definitely use it in a perfect pass. You can use it to kind of block out the DB and almost like face catch like you used to be able to do a couple of years ago. However, defensively though, the pass breakups, the early pass breakups, like if you go up for an aggressive catch and you click on the DB and do like, you know, play receiver, whatever, there's a lot of those happening, so kind of counteracts it, I guess, and when it comes to the fades anyways. And that is also something I'm going to lead off of here, is those pass breakups where you get the early knockout, pretty much where the receiver goes for the ball, and maybe they're up in the air, you hit him, and the ball is up. Tip passes, they get intercepted pretty much every time. Like every single time pretty much. If you try to force a throw down the middle and you have to try to go for an aggressive catch with your tight end or your wide receiver, whatever, and they go up for it and you get that animation where, you know, you might get knocked out and the ball just pops up in the air, I think literally every single time that I've seen a tip pass, it's gotten intercepted for me, which I don't think is a bad thing, but it really just adds to the, how do I put this? The not overpoweredness of the defense, but kind of just how cautious you have to be offensively. And then another mechanic offensively that I really like is the hard cut system. I think it is awesome, and honestly, I almost feel like this might be the year of elusive backs, because if you try to use the hard cut system with someone like Derrick Henry, right, it's not going to really work out that well. But essentially what it is, you hand the ball off to your running back and you just hold left trigger and you can cut pretty much in any direction. They'll just stop and go, and it's great to be able to stop in the backfield, make that cut, and get through the gap. I think it's really awesome, not only on that, but also on kickoffs. I've had some kickoff return TDs because of the hard cut system and kind of just using my vision out there. So I do think it is awesome, and I would not be shocked if elusive backs are actually the move this year. But juking and spinning. Spinning, actually, I feel like juking is better. I feel like juking is better than spinning, but spinning, I almost felt like got tuned down mid-beta. It was kind of weird. Like, spinning was kind of better, and then all of a sudden, it wasn't that good. Now, keep in mind, though, of course, on the beta, we're using lower overall cards, which the stats aren't fine or whatever, and they don't have the highest juke. They don't have the highest spin. But I will say, I did actually throw Jukebox on Stephon Diggs, and I juked out a ton of people with Stephon Diggs having Jukebox on him, and also was able to get some, you know, good distance with some players that had decent juke on them. So I feel like a LaShawn McCoy player would just play so crazy in Madden 23. So those are really the main points that I wanted to make about the Madden 23 gameplay. Go over some of the new features in there and how I feel like they're going to cause a bit of a skill gap. Defense, some people would say, is too good, and I wouldn't be shocked at all if pass rush and also zones maybe were tuned down a little bit. Obviously, a lot of people who are not that good at the game get frustrated if they can't beat the zones, they don't have time in the pocket, whatever. You only score like 10 points in a game, right? I feel like Madden 23 is kind of a lower scoring game right now with the way that it is in the beta, and if Madden 23 released, I definitely think that the scoring would be lower than normal for Madden Ultimate Teams, for head-to-head, all of that, just because of how good the pass rush is and also the zones. I do also want to bring up the tackle battles. This is something that I talked about a couple of weeks ago. I really didn't like the tackle battles when I was playing the normal head-to-head because the tackle battles caused me to fumble a lot. Well, ever since I said that and I played Madden Ultimate Team, I haven't fumbled during a tackle battle, which is awesome. But again, that still can happen. You can still fumble during tackle battles. People can come in, get hits on you while, you know, you're holding up somebody, which I think is kind of a cool thing. It also is definitely going to cost me some games. But with that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. And if you did, make sure you guys drop a like in the video. And of course, hit that sub button down below. And let me know what you guys think about the Madden 23 beta. Honestly, I think the Madden 23 beta right now is better than Madden 22 ever was. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next time.